right, man. Thank you for coming over to the podcast. And we'll have to put a timer this time because I always go, my thing is talk 30 minutes, but I always go over that last two podcasts were like an hour.
Yes.
So I don't want to bored motherfuckers out there.
Nah, a successful podcast, whatever you looking at, whatever you're doing, if it's entertaining, they'll watch for 3-4 hours. Joe Rogan have 3-hour podcasts.
That's so crazy, man.
And people still
listen to them.
Yes, because it's a nice podcast.
Oh, yeah. And the other day I was listening to him because he had Action Bronson.
Yes.
And he was on it.
Because he lost all that weight.
Yeah. And that podcast like 2 hours. And I listened to the whole thing.
Yes.
Because I like Action Bronson, you know what I mean?
I like Action Bronson.
Who else was on there? There was a chemist, Hamilton something. He's a very popular chemist and he tries a lot of like LSD and.
No, that's Dr. Hart.
No. He's like him, but he's had a show and everything in media. Wow. And same thing. It was like a 2-hour podcast, and I listened to the whole thing. I was like, man, like.
If the podcast's good and you're putting out facts and information, it doesn't matter how long it is.
As long as it's entertaining.
As long as it's entertaining. People like to be entertained. I could spend 3 hours at work when I don't have shit to do listening to podcasts.
Hell yeah. I don't need that.
You give me a good podcast, I will listen to it for 4, 5, 6 hours.
Hell yeah. All right, let's put 35 minutes on the clock. Let's talk shit.
Yes.
So we were just talking about gun control, man.
Something that doesn't work.
Yeah. Something that doesn't work.
Yes, I understand that there's some guns you should not have. Like, hey, nobody should have an automatic 50 cal.
I would love one.
I would love one.
But do I need one?
No. Nobody needs that. You shouldn't be running around with an automatic 50 cal. Yeah. Running around shooting at people. No.
Exactly. You
don't need a bazooka. You don't need an RPG. You don't need some of these things that's already banned.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about pistols, you're talking about AR-15s and stuff. Banning it, what good is it going to accomplish? People will still shoot you with an unauthorized gun.
100%. Yeah, just like what is it in Australia? They have no guns, right?
Yes.
Yeah, their gun rate murders obviously dropped.
Yes. But knives.
How many stabbings is there? There's
hammers.
A lot more stabbings and a lot more killings than there is anywhere else.
If you want to kill somebody, you're going to do it. Yeah. You don't need a gun to kill nobody. I don't need a gun to kill nobody. You don't need a gun to kill nobody. Yeah. A good hammer to the back of somebody's head is just it's just as deadly as any pistol I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Or a good knife. Yeah. In the Army, we use knives a lot. And I'm telling you now, that's like one of our trusted sidekicks, a knife. And it comes in handy when you sneak up on somebody and you don't want them to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His crew, who he with, you want to walk up behind them, use the knife. To
take him out silently.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So knives work. We established a fact. I mean, people have been dying by other than guns for at least 500 years. Mm-hmm. Thousands upon thousands of years. The first murder was not committed with a gun.
Yeah. No, and I'm a huge gun advocate myself. Like, I own guns.
Yes.
I love my guns. And there's people out there that are like, oh, why do you need it? Well, why not? It's my right.
I need it just as much as you need your draws.
Yeah.
You need your draws, right?
Yeah. I need my gun.
You wear them, right?
Yeah.
You love wearing them, right?
Hell yeah.
I go commando. So I don't need draws. I don't think you need draws. Why should you have draws?
No, man, because I want to.
Exactly.
That's my right.
I don't bother you, so you shouldn't bother me.
Exactly.
When it comes to me and my guns, it's my house. Mm-hmm. I do what I want in my house. Just so that you know, if you come to this house,
there's gonna be a gun.
Yes. The sad part is I'm really liberal. I know. Really liberal. But when I tell my liberal friends, hey man, look, leave the gun stuff alone.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
Just let it go.
They look at me like I'm crazy. I become like persona non grata. I'm like, damn, that's bad. Y'all got to get off that ledge, people. Come off that ledge. Mm-hmm. As soon as y'all come off that ledge, we can get other people to come off other ledges. But good.
And I've had so many conversations with people that they're like, well, what about background checks?
I'm for that.
But yeah, but I'm at the same time, like, you've bought guns.
Yes.
What do they do before they sell you a gun? You got to fill out a whole piece of paper? Yeah. And one of my friends was like, well, they're not doing background checks. I said, have you ever bought a gun? She was like, no. I said, then how do you know?
Okay, I'm going to say something. In Nevada, here, If your background don't come back in time,
you can't buy it.
No, you can. They'll sell it to you.
No.
Yes.
No. All right, I'm gonna ask Alex.
Yes.
Remember Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Alex.
Yes.
Because I remember
he works at Freedom.
Yeah.
I brought a pistol from them.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
So I remember one of my first guns that I bought. I went to go get it at American Shooters when he was out there. So I went to American Shooters. I went to go buy it over there. I had an outstanding parking ticket. It came back 2 or 3 days later, and they're like, "Yo, you can't buy it
because it came back."
So if it doesn't come back at all
after 10 days, they can sell it to you.
Huh? Alex, I'm gonna need you to comment on that, bro.
Yes. Look, if something comes back, they are not gonna sell it to you.
Yeah.
Point blank, bottom line, they're not gonna sell it to you.
All right.
But if nothing comes back,
yeah,
or they don't say the federal government don't send anything back after 10 days, yes, they can sell it to you.
But now, is it up to discretion of the shop?
Yes.
Okay, so if the shop says, "Yo, nothing came back, we're not gonna sell it to you," that's okay.
But what gun shop ain't gonna do it?
Hey, man. Hey, right now with how it is,
if they deem you unstable, they have the right not to sell you that weapon. Or if they see something wrong at that point in time, yes, they should not sell you the weapon.
But I feel like right now, because it's such a thin line that guns are walking on, I feel like they won't sell it to you. I like to think that.
No. They love profit just as much as any other business. They're in the business for profit. Course.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're going to sell it to you as long as you don't creep them out. You can. Right. I've seen people come in there all belligerent and stuff like that, and it was like, nah, we ain't going to sell it to you. Or they have the right to refuse you.
Just like every other business.
Yes, they have. On ethical grounds, they reserve the right to refuse you. But it rarely happens. And the ones you do see doing that, they're doing a great service to the gun industry. If they 100%. Are. Yes. We need more people like that in the gun industry. I'm all for universal background checks, but it gets to a point though, what are they screening for?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I be looking at it and I can tell you off the rip, in certain states, especially down south, you're going to have a tougher time if you're a minority.
All right.
You're going to have a tougher time getting a weapon as a minority down south.
Okay.
It's not hard, but they're going to
make it
you're going to jump through some hoops. Yes.
Okay.
You're going to be jumping. They're going to make shout.
All right.
At any point in time that they think you shouldn't have it, they ain't going to give it to you. Or,
all right.
Especially when you're going for your concealed carries down south and stuff.
That's a little bit harder.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
They're going to look at you funny.
As I know, you're from the South, I'm from the South, so yeah.
They're going to look at you kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
But you're not technically from the South.
Yeah.
You're from El Paso.
Hey, man.
Whatever. El Paso is a beautiful, nice space. I love El Paso.
I don't know about beautiful, but
it is.
I was just there, man. It's changed a lot.
Right beside Suarez.
Now, that's a whole different story, man. I don't even want to talk about that. But back to it. No, yeah, and like I said, because guns are walking on such a thin line, I like to think as a responsible gun owner or gun store owner that you would say, you know what, nothing came back, you got to wait, or we got to redo it. Especially the situation that we're living right now. You know what I mean?
In California, yes. You're going to have to wait till that comes back.
Yeah.
Here in Vegas,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
The Wild Wild West.
We are in the Wild Wild West in Nevada because we got some of the greatest gun laws. Well, lax gun laws in America.
Yeah.
Because a lot of places, especially down south, they don't want you carrying on your side like I carry. I like carrying on my side. You hear a lot of people, you shouldn't do that. You get all these wackos. You get a lot of special SF guys. You get a lot of Delta Force, all them telling you should always carry conceal.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like that conceal is some bullshit. Because a lot of times they do it to where or certain states have it set up to where minority, it takes minority, it's a little bit harder to get it.
All right.
And they don't have to tell you why they don't give you your conceal. They don't have to tell you.
Really?
Yeah. Certain states, they don't have to tell you.
Okay.
They can just deny you. Mm-hmm. If I was to go in there and I was a militant person and I'm going to get my conceal, I guarantee you I won't get it.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? If I come out and be like, well, look, I think the cops are bad. I'm going to start a militia. We're going to patrol our own streets. We're going to be out here in defense of our own neighborhoods.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to you either. Shit.
I'm not going to get it. But why not?
Because I know your reasons. Like
I gave you a perfectly good reason why I should have one. Because A, the cops are coming in my neighborhood, murdering, shooting, pillaging all these people. They're out here stopping and frisking people day and night. Why are they doing that in my neighborhood? Not every neighborhood.
Yeah, just your neighborhood.
Yes. Huh. See, that's the problem with cops. I tell cops this all the time. Look, you will not get too much pushback if you was doing the same exact thing in every neighborhood. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't get no pushback from minorities if you was doing it in every neighborhood. But you know why you don't do it in every neighborhood? Because the pushback from white America will be brutal. Mm-hmm. And they know it. When white America sets their mind to something, guess what? It happens. You can get the whole entirety of white America to agree on something. Guess what's going to happen? Worldwide it's going to happen.
All right.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to happen.
That's one of the things, though. Like, you can't categorize one with everybody. You know, it's just like it is with the cops. You know.
Yeah, but it is like everybody knows every single race are different. Mm-hmm. Everybody in each race are different because I'm different. Mm-hmm. You're different. We're all different. I'm saying that, but if you can get that group to agree
on something,
yes. Right. They never agree on stuff though. Since the beginning of this country, they've never agreed on a lot of stuff. They've always been at each other's head.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You got this group battling this group. And they got this cause battling this cause. And they've been at it for the last 200 years. They've been at it. They've been at it. When they do agree, though, world changes.
Yeah. Powerful minds, man.
Yes.
Powerful people.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
And it is, and it's not what it is the way that I see it is the money.
Yes.
The more money you got, the more things you can change.
Yes.
So
well, the money leads to the power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And power is absolute in America. Mm-hmm. And you don't have, like I tell you, you don't have to be a politician to wield very significant power in America. Like Jeff Bezos, if he wanted to, can wield significant power in America.
Oh, yeah.
Elon Musk, he can wield significant power. He does wield it, but he don't wield it to how can I say this? It's not malicious.
Yeah.
Bill Gates, he's not malicious with the power that he wields.
I don't know, man. I feel like...
No, listen. With that kind of money, he could.
He could rule the world.
Yes.
Between them three. So much money, man.
Between them three.
Yeah.
If they really want to push some buttons.
Especially Elon Musk.
Yes. They could push the buttons.
With all the space shit that he's got going on and the underground tunnels that he's got going on. Man, it's like El Chapo Jr.
True. But a lot of people starting to like, hey, we can't give this man too much power.
Yeah. One man with too much power, you can't.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Think about it like this. I tell people one of the most powerful men in America don't even stay in America. His name's Lachlan Murdoch. His father's Rupert Murdoch, and they own Fox. Lachlan stays in Australia. But he pulls all the strings on Fox News.
Yeah.
Every last bit of them. Nothing goes on without him okaying it.
Huh. All right.
Yes. Like I said, there's a lot of people with power.
Yeah.
Some don't use it.
Some overdo it.
Yeah. Some can overdo it fast.
Man. See, and
real fast.
Yeah, like you know how I am like a big conspiracy theorist. Like I think there's always like one group of people that control the whole world.
There is.
You know what I mean? Like there's one group of people that say, this is what you're going to do. This is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to go down. And goes that way. And
all right. And to response to that conspiracy, what everybody's talking about, like there's an Illuminati, it's not technically secretive.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are in your face. You see them every day. They smile. Mm-hmm. You like them. A lot of these people you like. Because, A, they control your politicians. They control the culture as we see it now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily out here wielding the power loosey-goosey. They're not out here plotting to overthrow the world and all this stuff. They don't have to. They have enough money, they have enough power and enough influence to where, A, it works automatically. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You get like 30, 40 of the world's biggest billionaires together, and they sit down and they start talking.
Oh, they'll rearrange the whole world.
Yes, they could right then and right there if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have to. Yeah. Because it's working in their favor. Mm-hmm. So once things start working in your favor, you don't have to pull no levers. Exactly. You don't have to have no secret meetings. You don't have to do anything but just sit there and watch.
It's funny. I remember we talked about this not a while ago. When like, how do you hide something from the population? You put it in their face.
Straight in their face. That's why I love Trump, because Trump put it all in people's face. And nobody could do nothing. Like,
man,
regular crimes that me and you will go to jail for.
Yeah.
Everybody else will go to jail for. Not him. Why?
Money.
Power. More than, he's not as rich as everybody make him out to be, but it's power.
But he's paper rich.
No. Everybody know. He's playing rich. A lot of these people that making sure that he stay afloat allow him to act like he's rich. They allow. Donald Trump should have been broke about 2000. Here's what happened. He went into these bankers held a meeting. They was deciding his fate. It was going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay. He's sitting out there like a little child twiddling his thumbs. Now these bankers get together and like, look, he owe us an assload of money, don't he? And they like, yes. Few of them want it back right now, want to destroy him right then and right there. But a large percentage of them like, you know what? If we destroy him, we ain't gonna recoup none of our money if we destroy him right now, because we know he don't have it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give him a stipend. We're gonna let him pretend to be rich, and hopefully some sucker will give him money so we can get it back. Huh. That's what happened. Before he did.
Yeah. Where did you find this out?
I pay attention. I read, man. You know I like to read, right? Yeah. So I've read a lot of books, and I've read a lot of things in my life, and I can tell you for sure that's what happened.
All right. I have to start looking into that.
Look into it. Yeah, Donald Trump should have been broke. That it was like his third or fourth bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. His third bankruptcy.
And that's a lot of things that I say. Like, and I've told a lot of people this, and a lot of people are gonna hate me because of what I'm about to say. With Donald Trump and like the whole tax situation and the whole bankruptcies, I always ask, are you mad because he knows and he learned the system on how to only pay the $700 in taxes? Or are you mad, or are you really mad because he paid $700? Or, well, I'm sorry. Let me.
No, I'm gonna apply the plan.
Yeah. So that's my thing. Like, and that's. Let me rephrase that question again. So, or that answer is: are you mad that he knows how to do it and you don't?
That's the biggest.
Or are you mad because he did it and you still want to pay your $10,000 or whatever? Which part are you mad at? Because I'm mad at. I'm pissed off that I don't know how the fuck to do that. I don't give a shit if he paid $705. I'm mad that I don't know how to do that.
It's real simple, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's why you got to
learn the system.
There's accountants. Good accountants. Mm-hmm. If you get rich, the first thing you need is a good accountant.
And I guarantee you, he paid more than $700 for that tax paperwork.
Yes, but without it, he's paying millions.
Yeah.
So I'd rather pay a few $100,000 to these tax accountants and lawyers, and don't have to pay 10, 15, 100 million.
100%.
Yes.
And it's funny because I asked somebody that. I was like, are you mad because he paid that amount, or are you mad because you don't know how to do it? And her response was, I shit you not, her response was like, no, I want to pay my amount like every American. I was like, you're so full of shit, and the fact that you hate Donald Trump, you're so full of shit that's. I guarantee you would love to only pay $700 in taxes.
Yes,
and she stayed.
I tell people, Donald Trump could have won again had he not Charlottesville. There's good people on both sides. You throw that away. You throw away his response to COVID, and he wins in a landslide. He wins in a landslide again, and people will be like, like his first victory was fluky. It was fluky as shit. It should have never happened, but it did. Because a lot of people did not think it was, hey, he's gonna lose anyway. I'm not going to the polls. That's what happened. Yeah, that's how he won the first time.
So how do you feel about this whole shit coming out right now, that there's a lot of fake ballots and a lot of fraud going on with it?
It's not enough fraud to overturn an election. Sure, in a democracy, there's going to be fraud.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit of fraud. Everywhere you go, there's going to be a little bit. Is it enough to overturn a whole election?
I don't think you can, though.
You can. There's no way around it. Do you need millions?
But let's say for example, they do end up finding out
there's some fraud.
You know, there was fraud where he wins 51 to 49.
Where?
Percent. Just nationwide.
Nationwide.
Yeah, let's say Trump wins 51% of the votes, Biden gets 49% of the votes. What would happen then?
Nothing.
So what Biden still stays president, right?
What states are we talking about?
No. I'm just throwing it out there.
Listen. Yeah. Say you have 1 million votes of fraud in California. Does that change the election?
No, that's what I'm asking, because I don't know what would come out of the thing.
See what I'm saying? Biden won California by what? 5?
I don't know, man. I didn't pay attention to it, to be honest.
7 million votes. Yeah. So if you find 1 million votes of fraud in California, what good would it do you?
No. I'm just asking in general, as a nationwide.
Nationwide.
All of the votes.
Yeah.
They find out that there's X amount of votes that were fraud. They take those votes out. At the end of the day, Trump ends up winning 51% of nationwide votes. Biden gets 49% of nationwide votes.
We don't elect people on popular vote. We elect them on the electoral college.
All right, so let's go electoral college then.
You have to find it got to be the right combination of states. You're talking about, like I tell people.
No. I'm just saying in general.
You can't be in general. You got to be in states. Like, say you got to find fraud in Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin.
All right, so let's say all of those
4 states.
Yeah, let's say those 4 states, there is fraud, and it ends up turning over to Trump.
That's a massive amount of fraud.
Yeah, but let's say it happens.
Then Trump should be president.
So does, at that point, and let's say it happens May 16th or whatever the fuck. I'm just throwing a number out there. And they find out all that happens. Does Biden step down and Trump come in? Like, what happens?
You have to redo the whole election.
Exactly.
This year.
Which can't be done. Nuts. Because it's going to throw off the whole...
No, it can be done.
So how would it be? You know what I mean? That's my question.
We'll just set it up like a normal election. It can be done.
Huh.
You can do an American election with 5 weeks notice. That's all you really need. Yeah. It's 5 weeks to do an American election.
All right.
But, dude, to get that much fraud...
Yeah, it's a lot.
In them 4 states, you're talking like somebody had to watch as these people walk in, vote, walk around, pull out a whole new ID, walk right back in and say, hey, this is my name. That's the kind of fraud you're talking about.
So let me ask you this, though. I got one of my friends that they ended up getting double or triple the ballots in the mail.
Yes. COVID. Had he took COVID seriously, this wouldn't have been an issue. Once you make it easy for people to vote, guess what they're going to do? They vote.
Yeah.
Only thing he had to do was put it in the mail. Once they started sending out all them ballots, I already knew he's gonna lose.
Yeah. No, and honestly,
when they all these people sending these ballots in.
Yeah.
I already knew he was gonna lose.
Yeah. I was there with you. I was like, when that was done okay for do the paper ballot or the mail-in ballot, I was like, yeah, he
like
lost.
that.
He lost.
He lost.
Yeah.
He right lost off the bat. There. Right there. Right there. You're absolutely correct.
Shit.
Had he taken COVID seriously.
Yeah.
But he didn't take his job too seriously the whole time, which is okay because Republicans don't need you to take their job seriously. They just need you to okay some stuff like the judges. He just judges that people gave to him already. Yeah.
I just need you to sign the
paperwork. Yes, that's why.
Sign my PTO. Sign my PTO.
That's why if you notice a lot of these judges, if you look at the Supreme Court and if you look at their rulings, a lot of them ain't total ideologues. Mm-hmm. A lot of these Christians out here, which we'll get to that one day. We ain't gonna get to it today. We'll get to that one day. A lot of them thought that these judges are gonna overturn Roe v. Wade just because they're Christians, and they won't.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure Amy Coney Barrett would, but I'm telling you right now, Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh are not gonna overturn precedent. I hate to be the one to tell them this. They're going to get their panties in a bunch. They're going to be praying to God because something's wrong. How did he do this to us? Blah, 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 blah. No, they're not going to do it.
And see, another thing with that is a lot of people put in a lot of emotion into their response.
Yes.
Like you and I, like we might have different opinions, and we have different opinions on a lot of things. Yes. We're still friends.
Yes.
We don't we don't hate each other.
No.
And a lot of people need to learn that, man. A lot of people need to learn.
That's the problem with America. Most people trying to force their way of life
onto somebody else.
That's the problem with America. That's the biggest issue we have. And they can't sit down and talk to each other like normal human beings without bringing up some BS.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Feelings start to get hurt.
Yeah, and I'm friends with tons of people online. If you ever know my Facebook, I've got them all: conservatives, liberals, gays, lesbians. I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And once you start rocking the boat on some of them, they don't know how to act.
Yeah.
They don't know.
And I've lost friends because of that because I've had situations where, and the thing is, this person. I'm just gonna say this person said something about Trump. My response was, "Well, how do you know that happened?"
Yes,
that's a normal response. Do you know what I mean?
Can you back up what you're saying?
Can you
with
back
facts?
up? Yeah, can you back up what you said with facts? Oh, immediately I turned into a Trump supporter. I turned into a racist. At that point, that person was like, "Oh, you're just like everybody from Texas, a racist."
Not everybody from Texas is racist.
I know, right? I was like,
there's more liberals in Texas than they think.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
There's more liberals in Texas than there are in Nevada.
I believe it. Well, Texas is a lot bigger, bro. Yeah.
Have you ever been
to Austin?
We all know Austin is like a liberal paradise, and a lot of people don't know it.
It's crazy, man.
But man, if Republicans could jettison Austin, they would in Texas.
They would kick it out.
Yes.
And they would 86 Austin out of Texas,
if they could burn Austin down, they would. Austin is like the epitome of it's like
Austin is the California of Texas.
Yes. Fucking right it is, because Austin is
I hate California, man. As much as I love it, I hate it. Like, the beaches are awesome. The weather's amazing.
The women.
That's a different story. But, bro, like, the laws?
Yeah, they got some quirky laws, and I learned to deal with them because, hey, like I tell people, I grew up in South Carolina, and South Carolina, you can't buy alcohol on Sundays.
That's how it is in Texas, man. Liquor stores are closed in Texas on Sundays.
Why?
I don't know.
Why can't I buy beer on a Sunday?
Yeah, I've always thought about that. Last time I was in Texas, we're like, yo, let's just go to the liquor store. My dude looked at me like, what's wrong with you?
You see what I'm saying?
I'm like, dude, I'm from Vegas, bro. We buy alcohol at 7 in the morning.
Is it open?
Yeah.
I'm buying it. See, there's a lot of quirky laws in every single state. And California needs to take a chill pill on some of this stuff. Okay, just a little bit.
A little bit.
I need everybody in California to start smoking more weed. people that making the laws, y'all need to smoke just a tad bit more weed. Just a tad bit. Why? Relax.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things don't require a fucking grade 1 DEFCON 2 fucking response.
Yeah.
It don't require all of that. Beautiful state. This is one of the few states where you can go surfing in the morning and can get up, travel, and go skiing in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's California. It's a lot of people talk bad about California, but still think about it like this. California is the number 6. If it was a country, it'd be the 6th wealthiest country in the world.
Huh. Well,
no, it'd be the 6th wealthiest country in the world.
Because a lot of the companies that are large companies, Apple, XYZ.
Take all of them away.
Are there, though.
Take all of that away. You know where they make their money at?
Weed.
Produce.
Oh, yeah, this makes sense.
Who produces more produce in America than California?
Nobody.
Who produces more milk than California?
Oh, man, I'm trying to think of that commercial.
Wisconsin. You want to go Wisconsin, right?
No, because there's a commercial. It's like the happy cows come from
Wisconsin.
Okay, and that's the one. Is that the one? Okay,
the dairy state.
Okay,
Wisconsin is a dairy state, and
California produces more milk.
Yes.
Damn, I don't even know.
Drop kick them.
See, I don't drink milk, man, so I don't know.
At one point in time, California used to be the breadbasket of America, but they stopped doing it because they was putting all these other small states out of business.
Huh.
Iowa, Kansas, all these.
Iowa's the potatoes, right?
Yeah, no, Idaho's potatoes.
Idaho's the potatoes, all right.
Good potatoes too. But at one point in time, California was producing about 50% of the wheat, barley, all your bread grains. California was producing it so fast that it was destroying the other competition. Then you're like,
they got land.
Yes.
Like California has land
everywhere
that it's agricultural land and not livable land.
Like most of California is agriculture. Mm-hmm. Now, when you get close to the coastal cities, yes, that's the most liberal part of California. Yes, it's very liberal in L.A. It's very liberal in San Francisco, Oakland, Sacramento, all these places. But when you go into the inland empires and all these places, like Bakersfield, they're very conservative. They're farmers.
Yeah.
And they farm a lot.
Yeah. As much as I have like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with even San Francisco, man.
Yes.
Beautiful city.
Love the place.
But, man, come on, man, with the homelessness.
Well,
it's just like I was in Seattle.
Do you know why there's homelessness in California?
What is it? The sanctuary cities? Isn't that what they made it into?
Nope.
Is it just makes it easier?
The weather.
That makes sense. If I can just live on the beach and
does it rain a lot?
No. But
does it get really cold?
Yeah, but
if you are a homeless person, would you rather be homeless in California or would you rather be homeless in Minnesota in the middle of the cold?
Yeah, hell yeah. Send me to Minnesota, bro. I'll be homeless over there.
Do you know how cold it is?
Freeze to death.
Yes, you'll freeze to death. Yeah. It's like negative 20 degrees outside.
Man. Shit, shout out to one of my boys out there in Minnesota, the SRT God. My man's out there, so.
Would you rather be, the humidity's not bad.
Yeah.
Would you rather be homeless in the middle of Florida? Yeah. Are you crazy?
No. See, but I was in Seattle, what was it? 2019 was the last time we were able to travel. So yeah, we went to Seattle 2019. And dude, same thing. Homelessness is crazy out there.
Yes.
And it's cold as shit out there.
It's not that cold.
It is cold, man. It's colder than out here.
Yeah, it's colder than out here. Yes, but it's still.
See, and what drove me crazy is we were walking down to the store, the dispensary. We're walking down to the store, and we literally walked by human shit, man. Like, we need to do a little bit better.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They do. Look, they got it set so badly that, they could have just put some of these people to work. Mm-hmm. Cleaning these areas and pay them.
Yeah,
it'll be a whole lot easier for them, but they don't
want to do it.
You know, small things like that they're not even thinking about that. That's not even in their repertoire. But
I was actually listening to a podcast the other day about that, where they're talking about people are getting rich, like
off the homelessness.
Yes, because they're getting grants and all this stuff.
Yes,
for ideas, and they don't go to the ideas. They spend maybe $200,000-300,000 on the idea, and then they pocket $2 million.
Yes,
and it's so crazy.
How do people in Mississippi stay rich?
Yeah,
In Mississippi, they reject a lot of federal funding. For education, they reject it. You give them money for roads and stuff, they kind of reject. They reject it all because they don't want to have to give that money out to the poor. Yeah. They want they want the people that's poor to stay poor in Mississippi.
Like you make your own money, basically. Like yes. I made my own money, you make your own.
No, they ain't make their own. It was given to them.
Make
family. Most of
old money.
It's really most of Mississippi is old money. Yeah. If the old money had to compete with the new money, they'll lose.
Yeah,
and they know it
because new money got that hustle in them.
Yes,
old money you're already born rich,
chilling.
Yeah,
and they do a lot of things in Mississippi to keep not just minorities down, but poor white people down. That's who they want to keep down the most. They may not say it.
Yeah,
but they want to keep them poor whites in line and down the most. Why? Because they need their backing and all this stuff. They need to keep them in their boxes.
Yeah,
that's why you see a lot of poor white people talking about they need food stamps, but they don't want those people to have food stamps. Like you ever hear them talking? Like you see them on the news all the time. They talking about other people like Mexicans. They're talking about Latinos. They're talking about blacks. They're talking about Asians. They're talking about Indians. They don't want those people to get anything, but they want it for them. Like in between Pennsylvania, between Pittsburgh and Philly, the rest of that is Alabama and Pennsylvania. And if you ask them, they are cool with socialism. They're just not cool with socialism for anybody else.
Wow. See, and I'm not cool with socialism, period.
No, time out. There's a lot of socialism in this country.
Hey, we're going to have to get to another episode that day, man.
I'm just saying when I say socialism, most of this country was founded on some sort of socialism.
Yeah. But, nowadays, the new socialism is what we see.
Would you want policing for profit?
Venezuela and locations like that.
Well, we kind of help Venezuela be bad.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So, we can go on.
Yeah, I know. We can still keep on going. So we'll have to bring you back sometime, man.
Yes.
Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being on the show. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I got it on YouTube.
Subscribe, people.
Yeah, I got it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on Google Podcasts. So thank y'all for listening. Have yourself a good day.
Bye.